A few months ago, we purchased this little brick house that we are planning to completely renovate and resell. All of the demo on the inside and the outside of the house is complete, and now in today's video we are going to share the progress that has happened at this little flip house over the last few weeks and go shopping to pick out doors, cabinets, countertops, and more so that this house can start transforming into a beautiful home. Hello everyone, so today we finally have another video here at the flip house. I think it's been a month since we posted an update about the flip house and any of the progress, and it's just because not a whole lot has been going on the last couple of weeks. We've just kind of been in a waiting period. Like I said in the last video, the next step was drywall on the inside of the house, but there was quite a few little things that had to happen before the drywall could get installed. So the concrete here in the kitchen had to be cut so that they could run the water lines, electric, all of that to where the island will be. They also had to cut the concrete back in the bathroom because we're moving the toilet. We finally decided where to put the toilet in that bathroom. It's a little bit of a difficult area to work with on where the toilet should be moved to, but we finally got all that figured out. They got the concrete cut, the drains, water lines, everything is run for both of those. And then we were also waiting for them to cut the brick in that second bedroom. They had to cut a hole for a window and then also a hole for a closet. At the end of this video, I'll give you a complete walkthrough of the house, show you all of the updates, share what we'll be working on next. Drywall is starting next week now, which is really exciting. Drywall and electric will be starting next week. And we did finally order the windows for this house. If you're renovating a house right now or building one, whatever, you know that prices are just crazy right now, and it's also taking a lot longer to get items, which is something that we didn't realize. We figured it would take a while, but we didn't think it would take as long as it is going to take to get our windows. We had 3 different window companies come out, give us a quote, take measurements and everything. The first company that came out, they said that we wouldn't be able to get windows for 13 weeks, which was the middle of June. The second company, I think, was around 11 weeks. And then the third company, which is the one that we went with, will be 8 to 10 weeks. And they were also the best price as well. So I'm going to start the video off with footage of when we went to Lowe's and picked out doors, cabinets, countertops, all of that. The first thing we wanted to look at was interior doors and pick out which style we wanted to go with. We'll probably end up ordering these online, but we just wanted to see them in person before we decided which one to go with. After that, we picked out a back door, and then we headed over to the kitchen section to look at cabinets, countertops, stoves, everything that we'll need for the kitchen. In the flip house, I want to do a tall pantry cabinet on the right side of the fridge. Since they don't have a pantry in the kitchen, it will just be really nice to have that space to store food in. So I'm thinking a cabinet like what they had here to the right of this fridge with all of these drawers will just be the perfect use of that wall space in between the fridge and the back door. We're looking at cabinets at Lowe's, getting prices, looking at different colors and options and everything, but we do also have an appointment with the cabinet guy who's coming out to the flip house this Saturday to meet us and take measurements, give us prices for a kitchen and installation and everything. I know it's too much dark color, but see, these are all laminate fronts and then wood black sink. So these would be Our original plan was to do a grayish colored cabinets with a white countertop, but then we ended up changing our minds and we decided to just stick with white cabinets and then a darker countertop. We still haven't 100% decided on a countertop. We did really like this darker gray quartz. We definitely know we want to do a quartz countertop. We're sticking with the cheaper quartz, not doing a super expensive countertop, but we still want it to be quartz. We just decided white cabinets will be best for this house, and then maybe we can do like a wood accent on the island. Now we're picking out flooring. We really love the flooring that we have in our house. It's this water-resistant laminate from Lowe's. It's a great price, amazing quality. We just have loved it the last 2 years, so we knew that we wanted to put the exact same flooring in the flip house, but we're just going to do a different color. So we picked out the pale oak color. We have the Valencia oak color in our current house, but we're going to do the pale oak down at the flip house. We will have to order this online and then we can just pick it up in the store. Now Jalen is loading up the cart with all of the lights that we'll need for the flip house. This is the same brand of lights that we put in our house. We really love them, so we're going to put the same ones in the flip house. Now we have all of the lights that we'll need except for the pendant lights to go over the island in the kitchen. I'm just going to order those online. Wood prices are just crazy. Look at this, $7.75 for a 2x4, but it just is what it is. We had to have them to frame up the walls, so he got all of the 2x4s that he needed to frame up the walls, and he also needed wood for the back of the house. He's going to be replacing some of the sheets of wood that are rotting on the back of the house, and he also wants to replace all of the wood trim. So once he gets all of this loaded up, we'll go pay for it, see what the damage is, and then get it loaded up in the truck and head back home. We came down to the flip house here this afternoon just to measure for the electrical so that we can have them come down here and get started on running the wires and cutting the holes for the can lights. We're going to do can lights in the living room, the kitchen, do some pendant lights here in the kitchen, so we just have to get all of that measured.
The center. So you're going to have 2 pendant lights right here?
Probably, but I don't know how far apart I'll face them until I know how big we can. This was actually filmed the day before we went to Lowe's. We just had to come down here and figure out where we wanted all of the lights, how many we wanted in each room, which switches were going to be for which lights. So we were just going room by room deciding how many and everything, and Jalen was just writing out some measurements on the wall for the electrician, just telling him how many lights for each room, where he needed to add switches, which plugins we were keeping, and which ones we were getting rid of.
Here to here. And we probably should put a one can here.
Little one.
Little one.
Good enough. That's the only spot you're
Maybe GFI, and I don't know if this is going to be too low or too high. It's our countertop. I mean, it's going to be pretty close.
Jalen is getting everything framed up and ready for the contractors to start drywalling next week. Once this house has drywall, new texture, paint, it is really going to start transforming fast, and we can't wait. Hopefully you all are enjoying seeing every step of this renovation process. It can be quite the process, and I think it's interesting to see everything that goes into a home renovation because it's a lot, even down to just all of the hours that we've spent so far sitting at the computers trying to figure out the design of the house, the colors for the bathroom, the kitchen, the exterior of the house, picking out a stove, microwave, fridge, all of those things. It just takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of little things that go into home renovations. If we ever do another flip house, we might not film it as detailed as we did this one. We filmed pretty much every little step of this process, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, and I feel like it helps you to get involved more, and you can just see it transform and everything that goes into that transformation over the course of several months. So when we were demoing the house, we decided to remove the closet in the second bedroom so that the bathroom could be a little bit bigger. So Jalen is just framing up for a new closet for this bedroom, and the contractors had been coming the last couple days to cut the hole for the new window in the second bedroom, and then they also cut a hole in the brick for the new closet. Then as you can see here, they were cutting that hole for the water lines, the electrical, and everything to go out to the island for the kitchen, like I had said earlier, and they also cut the concrete back in the bathroom as well for the toilet. Jalen and Kyle are removing all of the trim off this back addition on the house, and he also wanted to remove all of the sheets of wood that were rotting, replace those with the new sheets of wood that we got at Lowe's. The back of this house is going to look a lot better once everything gets painted. We put up the new fascia, we add landscaping, new back door, new windows. We'd like to do a patio out here with a pergola, but we'll just see what our budget allows for. We would really love to make this backyard just a little oasis for whoever buys this house, with maybe a little fire pit back here, a privacy fence, but we'll just see what our budget allows once we finish up on the inside. let's end this video with a quick walkthrough of the house. Jalen got this doorway framed up here because, like I had said, we're going to just have that drywalled over, and then your walkway will be just right here. And he did open up this wall a little bit more, and I love it. It's perfect. When you walk through the front door, you can see all the way into the back of the house. You can see the light coming through that back window. It was just enough. We're glad that we didn't take out the whole wall, and we just took it back to here. It used to be all the way over to right here where you can see up there at the drywall. And he's got everything drawn out and written out for the electrician when he starts next week, putting in all of the can lights and everything. I think he's just going to be putting in the wiring, cutting the holes, and then Jalen will be installing the can lights. Okay, so we've still got a mess of wires coming down from the ceiling that will get fixed next week, but in here is what they were working on this past week. They had to cut the concrete from over here all the way to the middle because we're going to be having an island centered right here for the kitchen. There will be a sink right here in the middle, so they've got the water lines coming up and the vent, and then this right here will be for a plug. We want to have a plug on the side of the island, so they had to run electric cords up through here as well. Jalen did just remove the toilet and the tub today out of the bathroom, so that's sitting out here, and he also removed some trim out of this main area. That trim came off of these two openings right here. They're going to be drywalling the brick on the inside right here, and then they'll just bring the drywall around on this side, and then this side will just stay the brick. I want to leave some of the brick in this house, and I think it will just look really awesome, something unique to the house to have the brick around these two openings here in the living room and the kitchen. So back here in the addition, they did take out the window and cut the hole for the closet. They cut the hole for the window in there, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then, like you saw, Jalen framed up for the closet for that bedroom. This room will end right there at that wall, and it's just the perfect amount of space to have a little office area in this corner with a desk and a lamp and stuff. So let's head back the hallway. I'll quickly show you the hole that they cut for the window. Jalen did frame the wall right here. This used to be a closet, and we're having it drywalled on this side, and now it will be a closet in the main bedroom. Here in the bathroom, this is where we decided to put the toilet over here against this wall. The back of the toilet will go up against this wall. We went through several different scenarios of where we could put this toilet, and this was just the only spot that made sense right here. So they had to cut the concrete from over here all the way over here, and it was super deep and took a long time, was a lot of work. Jalen was glad that he didn't try to do this himself and that we just had the contractors do it. And they put in the drain, ran the water lines and everything. The tub is gone, and also some of the tile. We're actually going to have the water lines run over to this wall so that the shower head and everything is on this wall instead of this wall, because we got to thinking about it. If the vanity's right here and we're going to have sliding glass doors, you don't want to slide the glass door right here and have to walk into the shower to turn on the faucet. That just wouldn't make any sense. You want the faucet to be on this side where the door opens. You couldn't have it open over here up against the vanity. So we're just having to move the water lines over to the other side. So a lot happened in the second bedroom this past week. The hole got cut for the closet over there. The hole got cut for the window. And there's just so much more light coming into this room now. It feels so much brighter and bigger. All of this brick is going to get drywalled over next week, including this opening right here. So you'll just have this closet opening here. And we're planning on doing a sliding barn door for that closet. This walk-in closet is starting to take shape over here. It's not a huge closet, but we didn't want to go over into that room anymore and take away from the space over there. You didn't really need any bigger closet than this. We'll just do like a rod on this side. I think that's pretty much it. We're really excited to see the drywall go up in here because this house is really going to start taking shape once the drywall's up and the texture, and we can start painting everything. It is really going to start transforming fast. And we can also start, installing kitchen cabinets and flooring and trim and doors once all of the drywall and painting is done. So that is going to be it for this video. We hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully in the next flip house video, all of the drywall work will be done and the texturing, and we will be starting to paint the whole interior of this house. I got some paint samples from Benjamin Moore that I need to try on the walls in here and kind of get an idea of what color we're going for. I think I'm going to go for a white just because it is a smaller house. We're trying to make it feel bigger in here and brighter. So I'm trying to pick a white, which can be quite difficult. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in a couple days with a new video. Bye.